Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward. Hey guys, Altcoin Sherpa here in Berlin. Let's just see how this goes. I am doing a test run on my shitty laptop. So I haven't really filmed, obviously, over like more than a month. And yeah, it's been a nice break, but let's just see how this goes. So again, apologies for the shitty quality. I'm on a bad laptop here. Okay, so where are we at? This is BTC USD on the 3-day. Market context wise, this is like very different than June of 2020 and summer of 2020 really. I'll analyze them a little bit more individually, but although the context is different and the overall chart is different, I do believe that we will get similar type of price action. So let's first look at the summer of 2022, where we obviously saw the flash dump in March, and this was like very fucking scary. Like, it's not a fun time. And then we saw this ranging consolidation from May to July, and this was just at a very interesting area. This was kind of like the point of break in March of 2020. So this is like the area that price broke. Usually there is going to be some resistance around this area. So like 10K was like pretty natural resistance, and it held underneath that level for quite some time. And this was overall accumulation, as we all know. Like, there was bad news, there were like several other FUD incidents, and price just absorbed all the bad news. And you can really see, like, it's always easy to see like accumulation in hindsight, but like when you see very little volatility, very little volume, very tight candles, this is like a very classic sign of accumulation. Now, during this time period, I was pretty convinced that this was decent accumulation, but like I didn't have super huge conviction, and I was just trading shitcoins anyway. Okay, so we saw this absorption move, accumulation, and then we saw a price move up about 20 or so percent, 30%, from 9K to 9K to 12K, and then price dumped after that. So again, context-wise, this is different than the current market, but what we saw is kind of like this false break. Like, this wasn't really truly ready to move. We saw this decent move up from 9K to 12K, 30 or so percent move, and then price dumped again. This was like a pretty nasty dump in September, and this was around the time where decentralized finance was like the peak, like in 2020, and many altcoins really started pulling back around this time. So what we saw was this false move up, false break, and then it returned back to this kind of almost near the range, the former range highs back in May of 2020. So price consolidated again for another month or so, like from early September all the way to mid-late October. Now, and we obviously know what happens next. Like, Bitcoin just like goes like apeshit and then goes to the moon. So where are we at contextually here? We see that Bitcoin obviously had this short-term top from 60K to 30K, and then it consolidated for many months and formed the bottom from 30 to 40. And then it had this kind of false break where price grinded up and filled out most of this inefficient move here. And if you watched my videos before, you'll know that I was very, very, very convinced that 50K was going to come before new lows. And although we saw some wicks, we never saw any like true high time frame breaks, like super below like kind of these range lows. Of course, we saw, like, I mean, if you want to be technical about it, yeah, we saw this daily close at 30K, but I was pretty convinced that we wouldn't see any strong price action below, like in the 25Ks or 20Ks or whatever, without going higher first. Now, we could still get there, of course, but I was pretty convinced that we would at least make a lower high. Pretty annoyed at myself because I actually did think that we'd go up to 50, 55 and then make a lower high. But then when I saw the way that price grinded up, I didn't really think that was going to happen. So I was wrong with my execution. However, so where is this at contextually from the 2020 charts? We saw, again, big move down. This would be comparable to like that March move. Obviously, like as I said, environment-wise, it's not the same. Like that March move in 2020 was way worse, in my opinion, and the market is just way stronger in May of 2021 than it was in March 2020. But big move down, accumulation for a while, similar to how we saw again in May to July, and then we see this kind of false breakup where it moved all the way from 30 to 50 pretty strongly. Now, there is a difference in how price moved from 30 to 50 relative to how price moved back here. Like, as you can see, we saw this kind of inefficient move from 9K to 12K. And again, it's like not, it's like it's a bigger move from 30 to 50, of course, than 9 to 12. But overall, like, it's still, you can see like this was kind of more of an inefficient move. Like you saw a big candle up. Whereas you saw in this move from 30 to 50, you saw price kind of grinding up, and then you saw it start to nuke down. But it's because of this grinding up price action that I didn't think that price would nuke down, but it did. So yeah, I was just wrong on that. Anyways, where am I going with this? I think that price is going to relatively bottom out. I think it chops around here for a little bit longer. I think price chops from somewhere around this 40K area to maybe like 50K or so. I think this is like a new range forming. And I think that altcoins actually outperform Bitcoin from 40 to 50 or so. And once Bitcoin really leaves the range around 50K upward, and yes, I am still bullish on Bitcoin, then I think that altcoins will underperform. So those are kind of my overall thoughts on the market right now. Is I believe that we'll see some more chop from 40 to 50, and then once we see 50 plus break, then altcoins will just like take a nap for a long time. So those are kind of my overall thoughts on the market in the short term. And I hope to do more of these videos. Thanks for watching.